Hello guys and welcome to a Sims 4 speed build. Today we're redoing ThriftTea, which is a thrift shop and boba shop that came in the Sims 4 high school pack. And a lot of people were a little teed off about the fact that these two were tied. You couldn't just have a boba shop or you couldn't just have the thrift store. To be honest with you, I'm not all that bothered about it, but I am curious what made the Sims team make that choice, if it was theirs. I know the thrift store was a little bit of a collab, so I don't know for sure why they made that choice. The original build was done by a simmer whose name just literally went out of my head. Oh no. But they collaborated with an actual Sims 4 creator. And so I will put her name flashing and beautiful and big lights because the initial build is absolutely adorable. It's very cute and I love it. And it will actually probably be the build I'm playing with. But I know a lot of people wanted these these businesses separate. So I got to thinking to myself, how could you do that? Could you make maybe like a mini mall and have two separate entities, obviously accounting as one space? I've seen people do that. And then I got to thinking, well, what if it was like a flea market situation where it was like a boba tea stand and a thrift stand instead of a thrift store. So that's what we tried to build here. I copied very strongly off of a Sims video by the lovely Roxy Sims. I will also have her name flashing up on screen. And her vintage trailer tutorial. And let me tell you that I did not do these trailers justice. Somebody needs to take this idea for a build and run with it because I struggled. I almost gave up on this build 4 or 5 times. It was so difficult to get these trailers to work. And to be honest, initially I was just going to have them be empty shells. I wasn't going to have anything in them. But then I got to thinking, for my Rags to Riches players, you need stuff on the lot to be able to come, like when you don't have a shower, or you don't have a sink, or you don't have food, to be able to keep your sim alive. So I was like, well, maybe each trailer can try to serve a specific need or subset of needs. So the boba shop trailer works as a functioning kitchen. If your sim needed that. The retail lot, the like thrift store trailer, functions as like basically a big bathroom, because I got to thinking, I was like, well, it would be sort of like a changing room. So I tried to make it look kind of storagey, but just make it a bathroom, right? So there's a shower, there's a sink, there's a toilet in there. I did put these bathrooms out initially because I wasn't going to put a bathroom in, but then I really hated how they looked the whole time. So I got rid of them and made the thrift store trailer into a bathroom, which also worked because it hid the fact that it's all rooms and weird, and it was a mess. And then the third trailer I set up as a retail space for the sim if you wanted to come sell. There's a selling table. To be honest, I haven't tested this. I don't know if you can have the retail lot stuff working kind of, or like the thrift store, or not thrift store, what's the word I'm looking for, like flea market kind of table thing working with the thrift store and stuff. I don't know if this will all work, but you could switch lot types depending what you wanted to do. There's nothing that says you have to keep it as one lot type or another. And I think, don't quote me on this, I think it would be really easy to change this into a cafe lot type too with the kitchen and stuff. Again, don't quote me on that though. This lot was also a little bit cursed. Please excuse the fact that I just punched my coffee cup. This lot was also a little bit cursed in that I had more glitches with this lot than I have had in a very long time. I also think I might have to abandon this save, which makes me really quite sad because I am still having the aging bug like crazy, and the weird sort of like elders talking to teenagers about dating and stuff bug. They've patched that apparently, and I have the patch. I'm up to date. This save still suffers from all of that. I cannot switch to a sim. I cannot take a sim anywhere. Heck, I can't even just like have a sim go shower without them aging up. It's really bad. So unfortunately, I'm debating the merits of maybe needing to abandon this save, which I can just pull the families and other things. So it's no big deal. And honestly, I've been playing this save for so long, it's a little bit of a mess anyway. But I digress. The retail trailer where you would be selling, like with the flea market table and stuff, that is set up to be a bedroom and a couch resting area. I believe there's a laptop in there. Maybe don't quote me on that. I believe there's a TV in there. And so, like I said, your Rags to Riches sim, your homeless sim, could come and in dire need of like shelter or whatever, could make it work here. It's probably not ideal, but it could work. So yeah, this build could, it's one of those builds where I really feel like it could be so much better, you know? Like, I love this build, but I wish it turned out better. So what I would really love to see, what I would absolutely kill to see, is someone come in and do this build better, because I know there's way more talented builders out there who can make the roofs do what they want, who can make the debug stuff do what they want. who could come and make this so cool. I'm really happy with how it turned out. It'll definitely be hanging out in my save for a little while, but I know there's some people who could make this, like, execute this idea in ways that my brain wouldn't even comprehend, and it would be so cool. Because this lot needs a microphone, which I don't really understand, but because this lot needs a microphone, I did create what I was hoping would be like a little, like, DJ, not DJ, but like, what's the word? MC space. Maybe, so like at my local farmer's market, which is kind of what I was thinking about here. It's a little bit different. My local farmer's market is in front of our old antique train depot, which it's not active anymore, but there's just like a park and stuff. And what they always do is they always take like the platform of the train depot, well, not like the train platform, but like the platform in front, and they have live music going, and it's usually local folk bands or something like that. And so that's kind of what I was thinking with putting the microphone and some of the gear around there, is that like maybe when you're playing you could have your sim come play for money, or you could pretend they're the folk band, or you could have a folk band or something here. There's lots of options, but that's kind of what I was mimicking on, was this idea that everyone just shows up with their trailers and, you know, sells at this local flea market or farmer's market, whatever you wanted to call it. I will say, I don't know if they changed anything about the public facing lots, but when I went to take the screenshots of this build, which was also cursed because I finished it, I saved, I quit, I walked away, right? And then I came back to take the screenshots the next day because I didn't have time to take them right after. Half the build was missing. So, side note, the screenshots are a little bit different than what you see in the speed build, because I tried really hard to make it work, but oh my goodness, this build was a little bit cursed. And I don't know how to I screwed up the measurements, I guess, on the trailer or something, but the trailers were so hard to keep from moving and clipping and bouncing. I struggled, you guys. I struggled so hard at this. But anyways, what I was going to initially say is this place was chock-a-block full with people. Like, Sims were all over the place. So, and you are going to have to lock the doors because I didn't think about that, and there were Sims all up in the private spaces. All up in the private spaces. So, you know, keep that in mind. Yeah, you can see all through here, there's like different rooms that are like not finished and stuff, and they were finished before. It's because I had to redo this build a couple of times too. I also had a really fun glitch. This has happened a couple of times before, where I went to place a dining room table and it pinged off, I have no idea where, and it made my game run so poorly because like I could click where it was and it would click like there was a table, but I couldn't move it, I couldn't delete it, I couldn't change anything about it. It was obviously invisible. And my game chugged down to about 2 frames per second, and I restarted it, and I finally just closed the game. I was like, okay, there's a problem here, and, you know, maybe just a full just being done with it. And then my computer chugged down and quit, and I was like, what on earth? And I was like trying to like save it with the taskbar, and I could see the Sims wasn't quitting. So long story short, that glitch managed to tank everything, and I lost some footage, and I lost about 2 hours worth of stuff done on my computer that I hadn't like backed up on a thumb drive and stuff, not even including the Sims. It was wild. Something broke horribly. Something broke horribly, and I think you actually get to see some of this footage. Yeah. Oh yeah, here you can see some of it's invisible, and you can see I can't delete it. And then we smash cut over here. Oh my goodness. Anyways, I've been talking for forever, so I'm gonna go. I hope you guys are having a great day. I hope you enjoy this as inspiration. You are more than welcome. The lot will be up eventually on the gallery when I work that all out. But I really hope you guys go and build it yourselves, because I guarantee you guys are gonna have so much fun doing something like this. And I can't wait to see it. Please tag me. Please let me know we rebuilt the lot. But I'm gonna go. I will talk to y'all pretty soon. I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're feeling very loved, and if you're not feeling very loved, please know that I love you, and we are all glad you're here, and we're glad that you exist, and we can't wait to talk to y'all very soon.